All right, Steve, we're going to hit the recording. Excellent. I am so thrilled to be introducing to you our next speaker here. And she's become a newer colleague of mine, and we met through networking again. It's amazing how these things work out. You travel from group to group and just become fast friends. So, Ajita Shah is a spiritual healer and teacher. Although she has a very highly credentialed training in psychology, she realized that working with a mind was just not enough to resolve all of her life issues. So she then developed a holistic and integrated and more intuitive approach to recovery. So since then, she's helped thousands of people to create massive breakthroughs, unlock their full potential, and experience a paradigm shift in overall wellness. So if you are experiencing health, emotional, or financial blocks, Ajita can show you how to heal your mind and body and soul and master integrative healing. So her talk title today is Love Yourself First. Welcome, Ajita.
Thank you, Olivia, very much. Hi, Steve. Hi, Irma. We have met. I am thrilled to be here. Thank you very much for this. I'm really honored to be here on this summit and talk about one of my favorite topics, which is actually self-love. Um, Before I actually dive into it, what I would really like to do is I wanted to make this a bit of an immersive experience for all of us instead of me just sort of talking about my story only. So I'm going to start with my story, and then I would like to touch upon the topic a little bit, and then do a small meditation, and also some, close the session off with some affirmations. This is all around self-love. And then open up, for any questions that anybody might have. So I hope that's okay. Okay, wonderful. So, like I said, my name is Ajita Shah, and I come from a very, uh, I'd like to share this with you. When I was about 4 years old, I have a distinct memory of my 4-year-old self standing in a room in Norway, wishing for a magic wand. And to take pain and suffering away. And I cannot really remember if it was something that I wanted for myself or if it was something that I wanted to, help somebody else. But the idea of that magic wand kind of really stuck with me. Now, I come from a long line of healers, especially people, they're surgeons, my father, grandfathers, uncles, and all of them were very immersed in service. They were very special kinds of doctors where, I say this, if my father touched a dying person, he would come back alive. And it was so much more than just the skill of it. It was the intention and it was the healer aspect in all of them. My mother was highly spiritual and very intuitive. So I grew up in the environment of service and healing. And so it was kind of natural for me. My father wanted me to become a surgeon like him. But, at about 16, 17 years old, I was so much more interested in athletics. I wanted to go to the Olympics. And so, you know what? I mean, I didn't really work the way it was expected and required at the time when I studied in India, and there were like, I don't know how many 100,000 kids would appear for the exam. And I was more interested in sports. So, medicine didn't really happen for me. But the mind had always fascinated me. And so, how the mind ticks and how we think, the decisions we make, and create our reality. I love that subject. And so I got into psychology. And I thought it would be a great way for me to still be able to help people. I, like Olivia mentioned, I went through a whole bunch of, masters and things like that. And I really got a whole bunch of credentials. And I started my practice. I was about 22, 23 years old, and I set out into the world to change the world. That was my intention. And very early on in my practice, I started to work with children with special needs, which I think was very taxing on a young person, who sets out to change the whole world, because those are very difficult people to work with. There's a lot of emotion. And I also realized through the therapy that just working with the mind was not enough to take care of all the issues that my clients were facing and the results that they actually wanted to achieve. And I knew that there was a missing piece, and I just didn't know what it was. And there were certain other things that happened with my clients, and there were experiences that were extremely emotionally charging for me. And I just decided that I was going to close my practice. And I went searching for this missing piece. On hindsight, I realized that I was also going through my own awakening process. And, I was on the search sort of to find myself, to find my voice, who I was, and how I was going to contribute to this world. Now, there's a very funny thing that happened. When I had just enrolled in my master's program, one day I was going home. I was, parked at a red light. And I happened to see, just by chance, this is a road I had traveled, thousands of times. There was a building with high walls and high creepers, and it was a school of architecture. And I just went into the school and enrolled in their 2-year interior design program while I'm in my master's program, which was really crazy after I had done that. When I thought about it, I'm like, my God, what were you thinking? But it was such an intuitive decision. I didn't take a moment to think. I saw the building, I was called, I walked through the gates, and there I was. But it's incredible how the universe works and how things sort of line up. I realized that design was going to become such an important part of my life. And after I had closed my practice, and while I was in this whole exploratory phase of my life, design became a big part of what I did. I love design. I still dabble in it. So that's basically sort of how my career, in a manner of speaking, sort of meandered. Now, I really want to talk about self-love today. I don't want the attention to be on me. And self-love is something that is so incredibly important, and it is so missing. So many of us here will be able to talk about, how we've had opportunities in our lives when we've been overgivers. So I really want to sort of dive into that, if that's okay with everybody. Yes? Okay. I don't know, I'm feeling a lot of energy, and I'm feeling a lot of stuff coming. I don't know how everybody's feeling about this topic. Anyway, I'm just going to take a bit of a break. Is that okay if I just take a break? Is there somebody here who's feeling a lot of emotion, if I may ask? See, I do a lot of work so what happened is, once I closed my practice, and then I was in design, I spent a lot of time going inwards, and I did a lot of introspection, and I was trying to find who I was. I did a lot of healing for my own inner child, you know, my own wounding. And I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening to me. Anyway, sorry.
May I just say, I love to learn how to love myself. I'm sorry, I'm not on camera. I am getting horizontal. My back is saying, do not sit on your butt anymore today. I am listening and loving everything you're sharing. So please, please share, teach us, teach me how to love myself more, how to embrace myself more. I want to hear it and know that I'm here loving you in this moment so you can teach me more about loving me in this moment.
Thank you so much, Maureen. Yeah, Megan, did you want to share something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for being vulnerable with us, because you don't have to apologize for your feelings or for crying. It allows, it gives us the space to feel, to know it's okay to also feel that way, especially like you mentioned, there have been a lot of emotions today. And I know for myself, I'm not going to speak for anybody else. I know I'm feeling a lot today, and go with you, and you sure don't have to apologize for that. And I just decided I wanted to jump into your presentation and say that. I will stop.
Thank you,
now.
Megan, and thank you, Maureen, so much. This is the empath in me, and this happens sometimes. And I think there are some of my clients that are hopefully here listening, and I get bombarded. And there's just so much emotion, and there's so much that happens. And that is actually what allows me to heal the people that I work with. So let me get back a little bit into my story back again. I'm so sorry, Olivia. This never happens.
I think Noor wanted to share. Noor, you have your hand raised.
Yes. Hi, Olivia. Thank you for noticing that. Hi, Ajita. It's Noor. I just wanted to say that you're doing a really amazing job today, and I appreciate your vulnerability. And I am so, so happy to be here and be a part of this. And I look forward to whatever else it is that you have to share with us tonight.
I don't know what is happening. I honest to God don't know what is happening.
It's beautiful,
I am
whatever it
so
is.
sorry.
Ajita, it's so beautiful. Whatever is happening, just go with it. Whatever's happening.
Anyway, I want to share this with you. Okay, so I'm going to talk about what I do. Okay, so I moved out of, as I was doing my own healing, I started to think about this integrative, intuitive way of healing the mind, body, and spirit aspect of us. And I developed this modality that goes really at the soul level, right? May I take a break?
I have to cut in. I have to say, you are amazing. You are feeling something. You're picking up on vibes from the room. Go with it. Don't worry if it doesn't align with what you came here to do. Do what you have to do. Do what your intuition is telling you. We are all here for you. God bless.
And I just want to point out, Ajita, that you taking a break is just the perfect example of that self-care. You're very topic. I think Steve is noticing that, and we're in a safe space.
So, what do you need right now for yourself? Where are you feeling this within yourself that you need to have this break? And I mean, it's safe to do so. If it means turning that camera off for a few minutes and all of us just hold this loving energy in place and space for you, I'm happy to do that.
Is
I'm
there a way we
feeling-
can support you?
Yeah.
I'm just really overwhelmed by some energies that are hitting me so hard that my heart is pounding, and my pulse is really high. And this is definitely something that I'm picking up from someone, and it is just interrupting my brain process.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I really appreciate all of you being here, your patience, your love, your support. And it's going to take me another 30 seconds and I'm going to dive back. I'm sorry, I'm shaking. When I work with my clients and when I do healing, very often I get very sick and I have to take a real break. Like literally, I'm in bed, I'm unwell because these energies just hit me so hard that I just cannot function. So, and that's what's happening. There's somebody here who's probably really suffering, and I know this is not why we're here, but anyway.
Yes, we are.
We are
This
here
is
for
why we're
this.
here. The universe is bringing you this. This is the perfect time to make it happen. I believe things happen for a reason. We are here for that. And if this where it goes, go there. Please show us this. Be with it and be okay with it. Does that make sense? How does that feel?
It feels very good. It feels very good.
I love your necklace. Did you
Thank
get it
you.
somewhere? I love it.
I have no idea. I've had it for a while.
It lights you up.
Thank you. Anyway, so I developed this modality, which is a mind-body modality, and I do a lot of work with people who have critical illnesses like cancer, any kind of health issue, mental health problems, anxiety, depression, if you have money problems, if you have relationship issues. And, healing ourselves is very important because when we heal ourselves, we end up healing people that are related to us, that are connected to us, our families, our co-workers, everybody starts to feel that change in energy. I want to share a little experience that I had with one of my clients a while ago. So he had come to me with some issues with his mother. He had a horrible experience of a relationship with his mother, and she had just been very mean to him since he was about 18, 19 years old. And he came to me when he was 53 years. I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. I'm really sorry.
Can you just share what's going on with you and just we'll be with you? That's it. I mean, we just want to hear what's going on.
I'm just completely I'm feeling incredible overwhelm. And my brain's not working. I cannot think and I cannot speak. My hands are cold and I'm shivering.
So you're feeling someone's emotions, right? Right now, one of us in the room?
I'm pretty sure of that.
Right. Wow.
I'm pretty sure of that. And this is really the wrong platform because I know we're here for something. And I speak all the time. And Jackie, like you say, it's my voice. I can speak for 4 hours nonstop. And right now, I can't even see properly.
Wow.
And this is just horrible.
Wow.